I thought this was pretty cool. Kate Martin's jersey is moving off the shelves. Apparently, her jersey sold out in just 4 games this season. And another interesting note from this post here is that the Aces have the number one selling merchandise in the WNBA, which, given the hype around the Indiana Fever, you may have thought it would be Indy. But I could see it being the Aces. I have to go and look at all the data behind that. Nevertheless, clearly the Aces have something going on there, and their brand is working for them. Their style is sleek. Now, when it comes to people spending money on Kate Martin, Money Martin, there's obviously that Iowa support that goes on there, and she's a glue type player for the team. She had 9 points and 3 rebounds in the last game. I've praised her before for her ability to just fit in. She hit a nice corner three off a Jackie Young pass I just watched, and she makes the right reads, the right decisions, plays hard, plays defense. But the Aces as a whole are a good fit for her because she can go in right there, fit seamlessly, and add to what is already a cemented team and kind of legacy being built there in Las Vegas. Because the Aces are cool. They're cool. There's no way around it. And they're a super team too. Asia Wilson is some kind of hooper. I think a lot more people are starting to become aware of just how good Asia Wilson is this season. They should have already been there, but it is what it is. And she became the first player in WNBA history with 5 straight 20-plus points and 10-plus rebound games, currently leading the league in rebounds, player efficiency, and second in scoring. Her touch is just unreal. She moves on the floor so well, and she can really, really shoot the ball. So Asia Wilson is getting this big attention growth this season. Not to mention, I really want to shout out Jackie Young, who I just mentioned a second ago there. But Young maybe has impressed me more than any player I've watched this season. In that game against the Fever, her defense was sick against Caitlin Clark, and she just plays so under control. In her first 5 games, 43 assists to just 8 turnovers, averaging 8.6 assists per game. Well, look at that assist to turnover ratio, leading the WNBA in both categories. And she is such a talent as a combo guard. She can play the 1, she can play the 2. She plays both ways. I was blown away and have been blown away by her game so far this season. One of my favorite players to watch thus far. And, that relegates Kelsey Plum, right? Kelsey Plum to 3rd. And if Kelsey Plum is your 3rd best player, well, then you're doing pretty good. You're doing pretty good, right? I mean, it was Caitlin Clark who just broke Kelsey Plum's NCAA scoring record. And Plum, obviously has that iconic picture with Kate Martin from earlier this season. People comparing it to the D Wade and LeBron picture. And Kelsey Plum, popular for a few other reasons as well. Apparently, she's got her own signature cigar coming. And from those championship parades, you can see why that would be the case. A lot of attention around Kelsey after she smoked those victory cigars. I don't have to go into the details as to why that would be so popular, but you see it right there, right? There's that victory cigar from Kelsey Plum. I think you could understand and you get the point. And as I mentioned, that photo with Kate Martin right there, that already is probably hanging in somebody's wall. And look at those jerseys. Look at those jerseys. They're so clean. They're so fresh. I didn't even mean to do that. Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh, so clean. So fresh and so clean. But they remind me of the Brooklyn Nets stuff. And, I'm not trying to prop up the Nets here, but one of the things I think was successful about the Brooklyn Nets when they initially moved over, pointing wrong way, to Brooklyn is their apparel was so clean, versus the Knicks, where the Knicks are an established brand in New York, an established team, and all those things. And obviously nothing can take that away. But you can't just rock that orange and blue anywhere you go, right? Like it just doesn't match and fit with everything. The Nets stuff does. And I think that, like, if you're out in the wild, I think you might see more Nets gear than you do see Knicks gear, just in general. At least anecdotally, I've noticed that. I've seen more Nets gear than I have Knicks gear. And the Nets haven't won anything. Meanwhile, you got the Aces going for a three-peat here, and they have that same thing going on. They've got that same vibe going on. And really, they're a super team. They're a super team. You know, I think that the days of dynasties in the NBA might be done, and stacking talent like that, like to just form big threes in the NBA, might be done. But in the WNBA, it's going to be tough to beat that squad. It's going to be tough to beat that squad because they've got, Asia Wilson, who's going for an MVP. They've got Jackie Young, who isn't as impressive a perimeter player I've seen in the league. Obviously, Kelsey Plum. And then you add a role player like Kate Martin, who seemingly found the perfect fit for her game, for her skill set, and it's on. It's on. And it's just funny to see, how popular those Money Martin jerseys have been. Here's another video talking about it. Let's play this from the news broadcast.
Well, you're looking at the hottest jersey in the WNBA right now, Kate Martin's rookie number 20 jersey, hot off the press. Again, the team store is open 12 to 4 p.m. every Saturday if you want to get your hands on the Aces' new silver and black jerseys. Again, tip-off is coming up at 5 p.m.
That must have been the last one before they sold them all out. I don't know. I mean, I'm not following the exact data patterns. I'm just making the broader point. But you saw those jerseys. Those are clean. I mean, I would rock one of those, whether it's Martin, Young, Wilson, whomever. And I think a lot of Indiana Fever fans probably saw just how dominant the Aces were in that game. Now, the schedule was tough for the Fever in that game, and, it is what it is. But regardless of who's on the opposing side or who, where the game is played or when the game is played, Las Vegas is going to be tough to take down. A lot of the bets would probably be on Vegas, even though you're not getting really good odds. And that merchandise, I could see why it would sell. It's not just one star there. It's not just one phenomenon like we've seen with Caitlin Clark. Obviously, this is an established team and franchise. One of the reasons the Tourism Bureau was trying to cut the deal. I don't know what's happened with that investigation, but I thought it was worth noting how much those Money Martin jerseys are flying off the shelves, and understandably so, because she has joined a hell of a team with sick merch in the Las Vegas Aces.